ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tech Showdown. I'm bald and I feel very exposed. I don't know if that's the right word. This is my co-host Teddy, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing and overview of this Asus Dual GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. So I just did the 1050 unboxing, and the model we did of that, the Asus Expedition, is like one of the higher end models, where this Dual is sort of the entry level model. So it'll be quite a good comparison to compare the two. So let's jump right in then with the GPU that this guy features, and it's the same one you get in a 1050. They run the same GP107 GPU. Just cut the plastic there. I'll turn this guy around and open it up. That's what the back of the box looks like. I see it. They run the same GP107 GPU. However, the 1050 is like a cut down version of that compared to what you get on the 1050 Ti. So we will open you up here. Oh, stiff box. There we go. Looks quite nice. I always forget how small these graphics cards are. I'm so used to these really massive ones that we do all the time, the high-end ones. So as far as accessories go, you just get a World of Warships game code here, all the standard stuff, a manual, and GPU drivers and Asus's GPU Tweak 2 software. If you want to do some overclocking, which is always good to do. So let's get this guy out. Pull that plastic off. Pull the graphics card out. Very nice. Very nice. This is extremely light too. Wow. So yeah, as I was saying, it features the GP107 GPU. It has 268 CUDA cores. It's a 14 nanometer GPU, by the way. So 268 CUDA cores, which is more than the 1050. Obviously, it also has 8 extra texture units than the 1050. Now, the out-of-the-box speed for this guy is 1,392 megahertz, which is the same as a reference 1050 Ti. Now, there's not really a reference, but you know what I mean. It's like what NVIDIA rates it at. It hasn't been factory overclocked, so to speak. Now, it's also coming with a 75 watt TDP, which means there's no power connector necessary, as that can flow enough power through the PCI to power it, which is really good. It's coming with 4 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory on a 128-bit bus at 7,000 megahertz. So this makes the lineup very interesting as far as NVIDIA graphics cards go, because you can get the 1050 Ti, like this one, with 4 gigs of memory, yet you can get a 3 gig 1060, the next model up, just because how I don't want to lose you guys by making it too complicated, but it's just the type of memory they're using, how they have the memory laid out. I'll put it that way. So yeah, that's quite interesting as well that they've done it that way. See, the PCB on the back is also very, very clean there. No backplate, but these are entry-level graphics cards. I do say that I'd like to see it on everything, but on entry-level graphics cards, I can understand why they don't have a backplate. Now let's move over to the cooler there. And this is a very, very basic looking cooler. The fans look okay, although they're very small in terms of the fan blades themselves. Also, the aluminium heatsink is, it's decently sized for a little graphics card like this, low TDP. So it should be alright, just aluminium heatsink there. Nothing fancy about this cooler, that's for sure. I'm not sure if it has a 0 decibel option. What that means is if the fans actually turn off when it's below a certain temperature, because most graphics cards do that these days. But when I was reading about this, I couldn't find anywhere that said it. So I guess we'll find that out as soon as I start actually testing this graphics card. Now it's also coming, Asus has their Auto Extreme technology, which means this is a 100% automated manufacturing process. That's good. They say that it takes out the human error, which is always nice. And it's also coming with their Super Alloy Power 2 premium components, premium, just upgraded over NVIDIA's ones from the factory, basically. Again, I don't want to make it too complicated, but It's just slightly better. This will basically mean that for you guys who are maybe getting this as your first GPU, you should, in theory, I'll say, you should get less buzzing noises, which can annoy people. It should overclock better, and in theory, and also the lifespan of the card should be better. So basically, that's what you should take from that. Now, if we turn around to I/O, we see it's a very, very standard affair. Just display port, HDMI port, and a DVI-D port. So that's all very standard there. You'll probably just be using DisplayPort. No one will be taking this guy above 1080p, that's for sure. So you'll most likely just be playing on a 1080p monitor. So DisplayPort or HDMI should do just fine. You can use the DVI too. All three will be just fine for whatever you're using it for. And price-wise, it's coming in at 309 New Zealand dollars over at Playtech right now, which is still a very good sweet spot. You know, pretty much at that $300 spot, which is good for a hopefully decently powerful entry-level graphics card. So I will be doing a showdown with this against the 1050. Now, my reasoning for picking these two models is that I picked the best 1050 model I could get my hands on. And I've picked basically a entry-level 1050 Ti, or the most basic one I could get my hands on. So basically, this is going to be looking at the best case scenario for the 1050, and to see how much of a gap there really is between them. Now, we will obviously be doing it in terms of value for money, so I think it will be really interesting. So let me know down in the comment section down below, in purely a value for money, so that means performance per dollar, who do you think will win? The Expedition 1050 with that great cooler on it, you know, that's a really good graphics card, or the, and it's got a higher clock speed, or this more basic dual GTX 1050 Ti from Asus. I'd really like to know what you guys think. Personally, I think it'll be very close, but I think this guy will probably take it just because, yeah, it should just do a bit better. The extra texture units and CUDA cores and that, I think it will pull ahead. But that's just what I think. So let me know what you guys think. As always, hit that subscribe button so you see my videos as soon as they come out. You see the showdown as soon as it comes out. And like the video. And I'll see you guys next time.